From the beyond, there's an old Dalish burial site in the plains known as Var Belenaris. Spells protecting the dead there have been broken, attracting demons. Cleansing the grounds of the demons would gain favor from the Dalish. Defeat the demons at Val Belenaris. So that's our next little objective down here at the bottom. Got relatively close to it on our way to the Hala before, but didn't quite make it. Looks like we're gonna have a waypoint on the way in too. I mean a landmark, and man, there's some dramatic gates right there. Still carrying that that Veilfire torch, simply because he hasn't put it down yet. Var Belenaris. Val Belenaris are eternity, where hundreds of our ancestors are buried, where those of us who can still lay our kin to rest. Although this land now belongs to Orlais, the Shemlin have never reclaimed it. Perhaps their guilty conscience stops them, or perhaps those uncomplimentary tales of elven curses and vengeful spirits have some use after all. Keeper Gisharl of the Ralafaran clan. They're leaning really heavy on the parallels between Dalish elves and Native Americans, aren't they? Down to like, we actually are about to do a quest about a stereotypical Native American burial ground situation, except the part where it's, of course, you know, not Native American. But that's not an important detail. Anyway, now that I finally cast a spell, I put down... Whoa! Okay, now that I finally put down my spell... I finally cast a spell, so I put down the torch a second ago. Someone did 1,300 damage to that guy. And I don't know if it was me. It's kind of hard to tell. I wish you could color code all damage. Like, I know it's color coded based on element. I kind of wish you could color code it... Uh-oh. That may have been a dick move. Oh no. I just broke a gravestone, basically. That might have been a dick move. Or I guess that maybe that's my goal, though, because I'm supposed to defeat the demons that are inhabiting this place, right? Quick heal. Just rejuvenation should be fine. Oh, right. I'm on portal duty. I'm on barrier duty. That's my mistake, everybody. I apologize, and that guy's gonna freeze. There we go. Gotta set up those shatter combos, right? I need to freeze way more often than I am. Did I hit him? I hit him. Weakened. Success. From the beyond, speak with Keeper Howan. That was it? That was the whole quest? Just one quick little thing? Alrighty then. Hunter bow. I feel like a dick for that. Okay, what does this say up here? Just says speak with him. No change to the quest dialogue. We have... Oh, that's just the torch. Random herbs. Don't feel like running around grabbing them all right now. Walk a little deeper into here. You have the prompt to destroy every gravestone here. That just seems kind of awful. That was kind of on accident a second ago. I think I'm just gonna warp back to town and speak with the keeper. Alright, so what does Keeper Howan have to say to us? Hopefully he's not furious with us about that gravestone. That was kind of unintentional. I moved too fast.
You return.
I've destroyed the demons on your sacred ground.
Yes, but our hunters watched you from afar, and they know you defiled our graves. But I shouldn't expect an outsider to understand. The demons are gone, and we should be thankful. A small token of our gratitude then. Now, let me share something else. There's strange glyphs inscribed in stones of this place. Veiled only with Veilfire, although they are elven in origin. I cannot make out their purpose. Perhaps they will mean something to you. Another time.
Honestly, I kind of feel like... At least we got a net gain there anyway. But I do kind of feel like... I feel like Solus shouldn't be able to do what just happened. I'll expand upon that in a second. I think we're about to go... Oh, we're not about to go back down there. We're about to check out somewhere new. Okay. Well, I'll talk along the way, since we're definitely gonna be running into a rift along the path anyway. But, and maybe you could say Solus is separated enough from the Dalish elves, since he's kind of a Dalish elf, but he's kind of removed from elves altogether, the way he explained before. Although he can't be I don't think he's as separated as he says he is, because on some level he still was sort of trying to convince... Like, he's kind of a conduit into elf culture for Sarah, as we've proved in a previous conversation back in the Storm Coast area. So that's, if you want to get back to that, that's probably like in the mid-20s of episodes. That was a long time ago. but he tries to teach Sarah about Elvish culture, so he can't be totally removed from it as much as he maybe claims he is. Anyway, when I destroyed the grave, which was an accident, I didn't really think about what I was clicking on fast enough to realize the mistake I made. You get programmed to do RPG type stuff, and you just kind of can act too fast sometimes. Whoopsie. That was a mistake. Freeze that guy. But that was a mistake I would have rather undone, because I don't want to be defiling elven graves. That's kind of a dark direction to go in. So no one here has shatter. I mean, no one here has no one in this party has dispel. So when these guys come in, they're just gonna come in, cover over time. All right. Oh wow, we're not done yet. I thought I was waiting for, I was getting ready for the second wave. All right, here we go. But if Solus has any connection to the Dalish Elves, when I was controlling him, he should have objected to the idea of defiling the graves. I don't think he should have just... If you hit X as a character, there should be certain moments, I think... Oh, right. Barrier needs to happen so bad right now. Down there? Oh, wow, I just only got... How am I on fire right now? I'm in water. Interesting. Can I get my character to roll so he doesn't die in the fire? I'm using auto-target spells specifically because AoE spells have a limit on how far you can cast them, but apparently I can cast a lot of these single-target spells from infinite range. But he should have some connection to the Dalish Elves, and he should not want to defile their graves as a general rule. That seems kind of out of character for him. I guess what I'm getting at is it shouldn't be that easy. Defile graves should not be something that you can do on accident. I feel like if there's any time in Dragon Age for a pop-up thing to be like, are you sure you want to do this? I think it's when you're defiling elven graves so that you can get a shitty longbow they're not even gonna... I'm just gonna throw away anyway, because that's not even good loot. Kind of a dark thing to be taken lightly. Like in older games, that kind of moment would have a dialogue box moment. Like when you're dealing with the Urn of Sacred Ashes, or you're dealing with weird ritual stuff you encountered, like when you're getting ready to when you're unlocking the arcane warrior skill tree in Dragon Age Origins. You know, like when you're doing dialogue but not with the character, with like objects. That'd be a good time to bring that up. Is the defile the graves moment. Love letter. Roses are red, pansies are yellow. How are you doing away from your fellow? Dear Valerie, I wrote that for you. I hope you like it. I'm deep in the usurper's territory, but I've kept out of sight one of my many talents. It's been hard, but the thought of you keeps me alive. I'll be home as soon as our Empress wins the day. Missing you, Albane. P.S. I know pansies aren't always yellow. I couldn't think of any other yellow flowers. Like daisies, maybe? Maybe they've never heard of daisies. I don't know. Maybe daisies don't exist in the Dragon Age universe. The tragedy, or not, maybe. But yeah, even if defile graves is just press X to defile graves. Now in my head it's in the same territory as Call of Duty's like press X to pay respects. It's just the idea, like I walk up and hit X. Oh, you just defiled the elven graves. Congratulations. This says a lot about your character. Like I had to break a stone block to do it. I feel like that should be a little more effort, maybe. Regions discovered 18 out of 21. Shrine of Silace. That's surprising completionism, especially since the map has so much. The map, when you look at it, doesn't look very complete, but it's almost. I've almost been to every location possible, apparently. Let's go ahead and open up. Hello, friend. How you doing? Freeze. Yeah. How does that feel for you? First of all, I think right after this fight, I'm gonna remap Solus's bindings a little bit. Are we out of combat? I'll have to wait for a second. But anyway, even if it's going to be easy for me to defile graves, definitely don't make... Maybe Solus should not do it when I hit X. Maybe he shouldn't be so psyched about the grave defiling moment. Let's see. I think I'm going to remap it so that... yeah, let's say Winter's Grasp and... Oh, he does have Dispel. It's just not on his bars anywhere. I just have so many skills to keep track of that I can't tell what my own abilities are anymore. Oops. We'll put Dispel on the second page. And I'm going to put Fire Mine where the ice spell used to be. The AoE pull, I think I'm gonna keep Pull of the Abyss. I'm gonna swap out Immolate and Dispel at this point. And I should really, I'll go ahead and enable it for him so that he can cast it in general, because frankly, there's plenty of situations in combat where it comes up that it can be handy. I think I'm gonna stick to this. Yeah, okay. I moved barrier to my front page since if I'm managing barriers for the party, it's easier to do if I can actually tell when it's up or not. It would be interesting from a storytelling perspective to have situations where specific members of your party might object to actions you tell them to do simply because it's against their character. That'd be kind of nice. Like not always in set storyline moments, but in actual moments of like, no, I wouldn't do that. So when you hit X, nothing happens. Be kind of cool. You might have heard my cell phone a second ago. I forgot it was not muted. Selace the Hearthkeeper. Selace the Hearthkeeper is seen as the sister of Andruil the Huntress. While Andruil loved to run with the creatures of the wild, Selace preferred to stay by her home tree, occupying herself with gentle arts and song. It is Selace who gave us fire and taught us how to use it. It is Selace who showed us how to heal with herbs and with magic, and how to ease the passage of infants into this world. And again, it is Selace who showed us how to spin the fibers of plants into threads and rope. We owe much to Selace, and that is why we sing to her, and we kindle the fires and then put them out. That is why we sprinkle our Aravels with Selace's fragrant tree moss, and ask that she protect them and all within, as told by Gishirel, keeper of the Ralifrin clan of the Dalish Elves. It's just kind of generic information about their belief structure. Not very compelling, so it doesn't give me much to talk about for sure. It is very... I keep thinking of Norse mythology, but that's probably just because I took a class on it. I think a lot of them are like that. Ancient elven glyphs. The revealed symbols show a hawk and a hare chasing the sun.
This is part of a larger set.
Oh, we need 4 glyphs. It's not just about... It's not just one quick thing. That's different. But yeah, a lot of more religious elements of how the world is created or why things are the way they are because of various gods. Greek, or yeah, you can use Greek, you can use Norse. All of them are just kind of, they all feel the same, and the Dalish seem no different. It's kind of, frankly, kind of boring. Just here's a weird explanation for basic stuff's reasons for existence and really fairy tale terms, I guess. The elven glyphs, Pascal. Augustine is on the trail of some elven mystery. If what I've heard is true, I don't want that pompous Oss getting his hands on it. Think he's smug now. He's searching for ruins. I know at least 2. The ancient baths and the ruin in the Enavirus. You know the one. Remember the mead? Get going. I'll send a messenger if I hear more. Dohaim. So, does that mean that I'm going to have to go to... sorry, I'm responding to a text. Someone sent me a message just saying, "Hey, you get this text?" That's not a common thing that I get asked. Oh wait, actually, I should just be on Solus. He's already the spellcaster, so I'll just attack with this. What type of element? What element is this type of attack anyway? Oh, well, it worked. Whatever it is. Solus is a special element. So. The suggestion I kind of got from what we just read is that there might be a whole... Oh. Ancient elven robes. Hey. Well, those... Oh. Elf trained only, mage only. Well. It could have been useful robes if I hadn't just bought these crazy good ones, so I don't think I'm using those ones. So now we must have to find a completely different location for the glyphs? Oh, these ones over here. Oh. We have to go to 4 separate caves. This one's going to take some time. And... wait. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 on the map, but I already have 1. So why is there... So there's 5 total on the map. Strange. Well, I'm going to head over to the next one at least. So we're approaching the next glyph location. It's right over here, just up the slope, or up the river. We have a lot of people locally, and no one's attacking me. A lot of armor sets for me to recognize. So So I'm not always good at remembering which one's which. They're not elves, are they? They're humans? Yeah. I assume they're one of the local Orlesian armies. They don't look like Inquisition, I don't think, but the Inquisition now features so many sub-armies that it's actually getting a little difficult for me to keep track. So what's going on here? Just gonna wander in here. There's a book outside. Oh, it's all broken. Foreman's logbook. The yellowed logbook contains records of a day-to-day running of a small silver mine. The most recent entries differ slightly from the ones that came before. 12 harvest mirror yield 11 crates. D crew broke through a wall and found a hidden chamber. Looks like a tomb. Gave orders to seal it back up. 13 harvest mirror yield 9 crates. D crew disobeyed instructions. Lead of D crew asked assistance of 2 from A crew to dig deeper into tomb. Lost 1. Gave order to seal chamber again. Emphasized unlikelihood of great riches within. 14 harvest mirror yield 4 crates. All of D crew and A crew missing in sudden collapse. 15 harvest mirror. Yield of 0. Panic over elven curses. B and C crews inciting. 16 harvest mirror yield 0. New lowest record 2 days running. Men want to collapse the entire mine to prevent curse from escaping. Urging reason. So they kept going deeper into this the elven tomb looking for riches, and they paid for it with their lives, it would appear. Oh, and there's the rune, which I could read if I had Veilfire. How do get Veilfire? Are you serious? There must be like a torch nearby, right? Oh, there it is. Goody. I was getting concerned because I was clearly not a. Normally the place you light it in is deeper inside. Ancient elven glyphs. The revealed symbols show what appears to be Turthaman, the elven god of secrets, on the back of a large crow. Alright, 2 out of 4 completed. I think I'm going to head back to that one we saw before. You'll remember I had a chance to energize before, but I couldn't find the glyph involved when I closed that one, the rift way over here. So I think I'm going to head there again, since now apparently it'll be open. Then we'll head up north and see if both of these are going to tell me, am I going to have a glyph in both these locations, or something. I don't know what's going to happen. Because we have 5 locations and 4 glyphs, and I'm not sure what to make of that. An unsent letter. Ganto. The last of the silks have been delivered, just in time. I predict the war shall break out at any moment. I shan't wait to be caught in this disastrous collision of noble egos. Be prepared to cast off as soon as I get to Jader. Piride. Alright, we're back at the ancient baths and ready to search for... Oh, looks like it's repopulated a bit. I know how to deal with this. Everyone gets a barrier, and you get ice. You get to freeze solid and get the hell away from me. How dare you assault me? I am the Lord of the Veil, or whatever the hell this guy... Yeah, I mean, why am I saying whatever the hell this guy does? Of course it's the Veil. I'm not confused. I know exactly what's going on. You guys taking it apart enough? Man, if anyone approached us, they'd get torn to shreds by all those elemental mines in the area. So now, it's time to... Oh, there's obsidian just sticking out of the wall. It's time to search for that rune location. Because there's no telling where it was. I know I never found it, but I don't think it had spawned yet anyway. As funny as that sounds about ancient ruins. The ancient rune hadn't spawned yet in the ruins. You needed to wait for its spawn timer. Or in this case, a quest.
Your stories aren't real, but then people read them and they are.
Now, get the readers invested and you'll have them forever.
So many people reading, dreaming, feeling. Spirits spill around the veil, making shapes, reality from writing.
I've got fans in the Fade. Well, that's something. Shame I'll never meet them.
Do you write to reach across? To hear the song that was sundered?
I'm not sure what that even means, kid, but probably.
Well, there we go. Our first open world interaction between Varric and Cole, which a number of people have pointed out that it's actually a really... this is probably not a rune back here. Why would they wouldn't have had it in such an awkward spot? A number of people have pointed out that that's the sort of situation where they have a really interesting dynamic that wasn't developed for me, just because of the game leaves things so open for you to do whatever, that it may have affected some people's decision about what to do with Cole ultimately. I'm not seeing any rune around here. It could be that there just isn't one, so I may be making a mistake here. It may be that I'm best off coming here, maybe outside this wall? I don't know. I might not be able to find a rune here. It might be that there's 5 things on the map because I'm supposed to somehow come here after I go to the other 4 locations, which is weird, but it could be a mistake, I suppose. Oh, here it is. The ancient elven glyphs. The revealed symbols depict a pair of hands cupped around the moon. So it's right here against the wall on the side. Just one little spot to find in a huge building, so I understand why it could take me a while. Well, the plot thickens here a bit. There's 2 spots on the map, one I'm right next to and one I'm looking at ahead of me. And the one behind me just seems like an empty area, so maybe there was just an accidental extra location on the map. Because this one looks like it's obviously a Veil location, a rune location. In fact, if you remember, I actually just searched for a rune here like a few episodes ago, because, yeah, whenever you find one of these fires, first step is thinking, oh, well there's a rune here somewhere. And I guess I was right. It was just part of a quest I had to start first. Oh, here it is. The last place I looked. Go to the war table and investigate the glyphs. 2 power required. The revealed symbols show 2 ravens, one grips a heart in its talons, the other a mirror.
That looks like all of them. We'll see what the researchers at Skyhold make of this.
Well, we might as well get that started now then. Oh. We have the ability to upgrade the Skyhold Garden. Invest in the garden space to increase utility while reflecting the Inquisition's needs. Increase the ability to grow herbs, or create a chantry space to gather resources from the faithful. Reward 1 power. Well, to be honest, I haven't really been focusing on the herb gathering thing very consistently, so I've been bad about that. I figure, hey, why not focus on the faithful, since a lot of people here are religious, and that's kind of the guise that this whole thing's working on anyway. Alright, here's the upgrade station. And upgrades the garden to a chantry, bringing hope to all who seek it. A functional upgrade that brings potential resource gain from the inspired, including gold from tithes. Versus upgrades the garden by committing space to simple greenery and cultivation, a functional change that allows more herbs to be harvested. I'm gonna go with the tithes. Love me. Skyhold Garden. Let's see, acquired chantry oh, that's too much to read anyway. Skyhold Garden. O Maker, hear my cry, guide me through the blackest nights, steel my heart against the temptations of the wicked, make me to rest in the warmest places. O Creator, see me kneel, for I walk only where you would bid me. Stand only in places you have blessed, sing only the words you place in my throat. My Maker, know my heart, take from me a life of sorrow, lift me from a world of pain, judge me worthy of your endless pride. My Creator, judge me whole, find me well within your grace, touch me with fire that I be cleansed, tell me I have sung to your approval. O Maker, hear my cry, set me by your side in death, make me one within your glory, and let the world once more see your favor. And now you are the fire at the heart of the world, and comfort is only yours to give. Canticle of Transfigurations, 12:1-6. Is there anything new going on with Josephine today?
What did the Seeker say? Lady Cassandra feels her connections with the Nevarran court wouldn't be of use, my lady. Of course she does.
A situation requires your attention, Inquisitor. Noble Chantry loyalists in the city of Jadar are spreading accusations that you're responsible for the Divine's death. They're unusually organized. I recommend we send people to Jadar to deal with the matter.
Will anyone even believe me if I claim I didn't kill the Divine?
Perhaps if they learn about your heroics. We should emphasize how you stopped the breach devouring the sky. Even in Jadar, it may win you a few admirers.
What does the nobility gain by saying I murdered Justinia?
A scapegoat to begin with, but I wonder if the Grand Clerics are at work. Those immediately eligible to be divine died at the Conclave. The ones remaining were not as favored. They may look upon you as a rival for influence.
Let's send some ambassadors to convince Jada I'm not a monster in disguise.
Excellent. I believe there is much to be gained by winning them over.
That's it? Alright, Josephine. If that's all you want to talk about. Oh, weird. Investigate the Elven Glyphs is down here by Emprise du Lion and the Emerald Graves, as in way closer to those places than the Exalted Plains, which is way over here. But anyway, investigate the Elven Glyphs. The Elven Glyphs discovered in the Dales might prove valuable. Cursory inspection suggests they predate the ruins in which they were found, possibly transferred onto the stone from a much older edifice that dates back to the original Elven nation or even earlier. Connections. One of our mages, a Dalish elf named Cillian, believes he may be able to translate the glyphs provided we grant him the needed contacts. Well, let's let him do so. It required some gifts to several Dalish clans traveling along the Waking Sea coast, but Cillian was able to get the text he needed to translate the glyphs. He claims they are a kind of map showing the location to an ancient temple dedicated to Dirthaman, the elven god of secrets. He has provided us the location, but it should be noted that we're not the first to investigate these glyphs. A group of treasure hunters evidently mentioned them several years ago, though they have not been heard from since, because they all dead. Alright, new area unlocked. We'd like to go to the Lost Temple of Dirthaman now. Not right now, but I'm definitely going to be... I'll be getting in on that in a minute. So you've lured me to the, you lured me to the table now, so I've got to fulfill some of this stuff and move things along. Judgment. The magic used in Redcliffe. Inquisitor. Here are the results of my research. I trust they're satisfactory. Your spy master said she might let me stroll around without my shackles if they please you, but sing no false praise on my account. Garyon Alexius. So Alexius, for exchange for a little hint of freedom, is doing his work in our favor. Hopefully he's not screwing us at all. So the Jarl's invitation. Commander. The grand melee went well enough. We did not win a Banorn, but Briony placed high enough to attract the attention of half the lords of Ferelden. Also, she received 9 offers of marriage and 6 job offers. We might need to give her a raise. Briony. So we went to a melee and we sent a woman named Briony, as in like a very obvious similar name to Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones, which is the large, strong woman who basically might be one of the most powerful soldiers, one of the best fighters in the entire story, honestly. Revenge of the Merchants Guild is the next step in the endless series of things about the book that Varric read. I mean, that Varric wrote, and then it was being copied. There's like an illegitimate sequel people were writing, and then we're trying to decode stuff with the Merchants Guild. We're trying to work with the Merchants Guild to decode something that's been double encrypted. Tetris. Are you still skipping out on meetings? You'd have a copy of this already if you showed up once in a while, not that I mind. I'm happy enough to trade you a worthless piece of parchment for 1,000 crown debt. Jarek. A note has been added to the bottom in another hand. Message deciphered. Translation follows. My name is Varric Treacherous, and I'm a Bronto-looking backstabber who steals customers. Scrivener. So that's going to unlock us Harden Hightown. And the next step somewhere around here. Harden Hightown, a worthy dwarf. Ruffles, Nightingale, and various agents named after crummy jobs. Thanks for looking into this bullshit mess for me. Based on what you've told me, there's only one person I can think of who specifically uses Bronto liquor as an insult and also can't write worth a darn. Worth a damn. Worthy. An acquaintance of mine from Kirkwall. Really, his name's Worthy? Although why he'd do all this, I have no idea. I owe you all drinks, Varric. Josephine. We should give this information to Kirkwall Guard. They'll want to arrest Worthy. Liliana, we should capture Worthy ourselves and question him about how he infiltrated Skyhold. Yeah, I'm gonna send Liliana on this. If we just notify the guards, he might get tipped off, and he might have a chance to escape.
Inquisitor.
Liliana won't give him that chance. And I wanna get this guy if he's sneaking into our place. What's this over here? Celebrate the dragon slaying? Oh. Well, that doesn't seem like a Liliana job, so it's probably safe to click on this one. Word has spread about the dragon the Inquisitor killed. The dragon, more like 4 or 5 dragons so far. I've killed almost either half of them or almost half of them, I think. A note passed on by Josephine. Tell me you sent soldiers to collect the grisly remains. We have nobles clamoring to see the head up close. I should have anticipated this. Gawking is for peasants, but it becomes civilized when done with a glass of wine in one hand and a fan in the other. And another from Ferelden, signed Heron. My associate Wade is known throughout Thedas for his talent at capturing the glory of the draconic in the armor he makes. The scarcity of dragon scale means that Wade is all too rarely afforded the chance to work in his chosen medium. But here's a solution. Wade shares his expertise with the Inquisition in exchange for the dragon materials collected so far. Oh. So, let me guess. If I'm going to assume Josephine's probably going to be like, let's throw a party, yeah! And Cullen's going to be like, let's get some badass armor. Josephine, let us set up the trophies you've collected and put out the word. We are celebrating our Dragon Slayer. Fascinated nobles will do anything for an invitation. Cullen, Wade and Heron are troublesome, but Wade's talent is undeniable. Send them whatever dragon materials we aren't using ourselves. I've got mixed feelings here. I'd love to send Cullen, and I'd love to use Cullen's method and just say like, hey, let's get some badass dragon armor, because that'd buff up my party. But what if I get it and it's not even that good? That'd be a huge disappointment if it's not even very good equipment. I could throw a party and have everyone be like, look how powerful the Inquisition is. We better ally ourselves with them. Do I want to throw a party or get armor? I can't help it. There's loot. Let's go.
Right.
I'm going for the loot. Only time will tell if that was the best option. Stop the rumors. Power for a price. This might be a good thing to do with this is apparently something I've picked before. Let's see. What does it say? A formal document with impeccable filigree. It is time. The Inquisitor commands a small kingdom. It is time to exercise the weight of its influence. There remain uninvolved and uncommitted lords and ladies, bands and arls, where they could not be engaged with plight or passion. They can be compelled through mercenary means, but there must be a display. Make it known that the Inquisition has weight and the boons, and the dispensations of the powerful will be open to you. Therefore, heed not curry influence. It can simply buy it. The esteemed Ferris, the representative. So Cullen says a grand march. If we are to show weight, show the legion that you command. Leliana, do not display. We will show your reach by simply being where it is most beneficial. Josephine, a fate of your own, to display the allied and powerful. Yeah, go for it, Josephine. You can handle this. That one didn't have a marker on it, so it may have been a long forgotten quest that I may have read before, but then chosen not to go with whoever was available. But I don't remember. It's been a while for that one. We're definitely getting a little more sparse on the map, which I'm happy to see, because it means I can eventually will have a point where I can just be like, oh, there's a new thing at the war table, I'll go check it out, and it'll be like the one thing on the war table. Because I'm being very consistent about getting everything here, because I want to do all of it. And I'm worried about the game ending before I finish it all. But I seem to be making progress, I think.